Hello, everybody. I have no idea what happened, but when I went live, it told me that my video was private. So I don't know what was going on. It's hard to say. I don't know if YouTube's going to act up or what. So, but I'm here and I have a couple of ideas for you. Hopefully, some people will come in, and I just see I'm up to 515 subscribers. Yay! I am so excited. I've been working hard at getting it up there, and I appreciate all of those of you who have subscribed and who check out my videos. It means a lot to me. I love sharing ideas, and this is one way that I feel I can do that. So with that, I'm going to play with the Two Tone Flora cover plate. Now, in case you don't know what a cover plate is, a cover plate is a die that when you cut it out, it covers the whole front of your card. And we have a couple of those, but this one is in the Two Tone Flora dies that has the matching stamp set. The other two that I'm thinking of, they don't have a stamp set that goes with it. So this one goes with it. And I thought, how many of us get these dies and we never use these cover plates? Well, it's because we probably don't have ideas. So I'm hoping to share some ideas with you and to see if you can come up with some on your own. But it's a great way to have a bunch of cards made. I just saw I missed a punch. The one I'm showing you is a way to use the cover plate by itself. And there's what the cover plate looks like. And then the other way I'm going to show you, we're going to get two cards from it. So we'll see how it goes. I don't know if it's going to work or not, but you know me, I just go ahead and try it, and you see it live and unedited and see all the crazy things that I try and do. But this is the one that I'm going to use today, and I love it. Now, I have to apologize. This side of my screen may be dark. I had a light go out just as I went live. It was like I have shop lights up above. And I thought I had just replaced that light. And I'm thinking I did. And if I did, it shouldn't have gone out. So we'll be doing some investigating to see if maybe my shop light has gone bad, because I use them a lot. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Hopefully people will be in and will see me. And if not, it'll be here when they come back. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pull over my camera. Oh dear. This is not looking good. Hang on. It's sideways. All right, I fixed it. I don't know why it did that. It shifted on me. It went sideways, and you don't want to see me do this sideways. All right, I'm going to pin or spotlight this one, and okay, got it. There. Now I can just kind of, adjust this just slightly. I don't want any distractions. There we go. That's better. All right, so as I said, this is the cover plate from Two Tone Flora. This is one of the dies in there. There's actually 8. There's a bunch in here. These cut out the flowers and the leaves, but this is one that it's like, what do you do with this? Well, let's find out. All right, so I'm going to leave that sitting there, because what I did ahead of time was I cut out several of these, and I'll be using those. So the first thing that you can take and do, now this is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, because it has to be the full size. The first thing you can do is you can add this to a piece of DSP, and I've got to be very careful because my DSP is cut at 4. Oh, and I didn't cut it off. Let me cut this just real quick. I thought I had. Oh, I did, but I'll cut just inside. So you can add this to a piece of ombre paper. I thought, okay, this is nice, but it doesn't highlight anything, you know? So what I thought I would do is take my paper, and I think I'm going to go, nope, I'm going to do this. I'm going to take some Night of Navy ink, and I'm going to add some ink to the bottom of this to make it darker. Okay, so I'm going to go in and just add some ink to it so it is just slightly darker, so you do see some difference in the ink. So if you've got a piece that you really like but it's not dark enough, add some ink to it. I got a blob right there, but you know what? Underneath here, it won't matter. All right, I think I need to go up higher. So I'm going to go up some. All right, I'm going to come from the side in. And color the bottom. So I get more, I wanted more of it to show. So and then if I go back down here, I can make this darker. So I'm creating an ombre look, but it will add more interest to your card. All right, let's see if that works. Yeah, see how it's, you've got that ombre look. So you get that pretty look to it. All right, so I'm going to move this out of the way. All right, and we're going to attach this piece. I'm going to move this. I will be using it again. I'm going to attach this to the back, and only because my paper is short on the sides. I cut my DSP to 4 by 4 inches wide. That way I get, all right, and you have to add your ink to the front of this. I thought I'd messed up, but no, I'm putting it down this way. And I've just put a little bit on there at the top and the bottom. All right, like so, just enough to hold it in place. All right, so there's that. And you want to make sure this I will stick down so it'll be okay. So there's that. Now, if you want, you can go through and add some gems. I'm going to use some of the boho blue twine. I think it matches, but I don't like this twine as thick as it is. So you know me, I'm going to dissect it. I love taking my ribbon apart. And I did see somebody do this. Now, when you do this, you've got to let that ribbon be able to fly around because it gets twisted. All right, so just kind of hold it and untwist it when it gets twisted. All right. Usually the bottom piece will just flap around, but obviously this one isn't doing it. There we go. I got it done enough. All right, so I've got that piece and I want just a little tiny piece. So I'm going to take this one apart because I'm going to use this for my bow. Let me go up here. It's already started and thin. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, this is on two different sides. That's not going to work. So I'm going to do it that way. Well, maybe not. Maybe there's more than just 3 in here. I thought it was 3, but maybe it's more than 3 strands. All right. I'll untwist it this way. If you take the bottom and untwist it, you get it down. No, I think that's it. All right, so let's add this across my, now I didn't bring any gems. I know, surprise, surprise. But I may have to add some gems before I post this. All right. Oh, make sure that's the top. Yep. And I've got a piece bigger than I need because that way I can make sure I get my ribbon where I want it. All right. There we go. I'm going to take this one. It's a thin one, but that's okay. I'm going to attach it to this side. And then I'm going to pull this piece across and attach it over here. Now I'm going to go back and I'm going to add, and I'm going to do it all the way around. And the reason I'm doing it all the way around is because I've got the DSP is not as wide as my cover plate. All right, I will be honest with you. This is the first time I've played with the cover plate idea. I think I had one once before in an older retired set, and I don't think I used it. So, not sure why. Maybe I just couldn't come up with any ideas, but I decided, you know what? I'm going to play with this one because we've got this for a year. So let's see what we can come up with. Now, I'm going to put this on a white card base, I think. It's going to fit the full front. And I just feel that since it's going to fit the full front, why not go ahead and, hey, Joy. And use a white card base because then it'll be easy to put flowers inside. All right, so I've got this. Now let me take my backs off and go from there. This paper is from the Bright and Beautiful pattern paper. This would also look really good with the it's sold out. It's the Hello Irresistible, which I know is going to go away because we're going to get new ones in a couple of days. New online exclusive. All right, now I'm going to take my ribbon and I'm going to take both pieces. And the reason I'm going to do both pieces, it will give me more interest. And this is because it's been twisted, it's going to have a curly-Q look to it. All right, now I've got to pull this back. Ooh, 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 come on. Where's the big one? Oops. Where is that big piece? There it is. It didn't. It got mixed in, so I'm going to pull this back. And I'm going to make a tiny bow. I'm into tiny bows. Don't ask me why, but I am. All right, so there's my bow. And it's a cute little bow. All right, I'm going to put this on with glue dots. And where's my glue dots? Here they are. All right, I've got one here. So I'm going to. Now, I have to tell you, I really like these glue dots that are on a sheet. I know we have them on a roll, but I like the sheet so much better. Right, I'm going to put that right there. I realized I didn't put my pin back in my glue. All right, now, and it's kind of sticky. So what I'll take and do is when I finish, I'll hit it with my embossing buddy. All right, let me cut these off because these are too long, like so. And there's one idea. Now, if you use, say, the piece of the Hello Irresistible DSP that has lots of colors to it, I'm grabbing one so you can see. It will have, there's one like this. I have another one over here. See, it gives you an entirely different look. I don't know if you can see that it's got the the plaid. And then there was another one that was right around here. This one. So you want, I think, dark or bold colors. And see, this one has that. But if you get something with different colors, you can even make your own, pattern paper and just do a bunch of different colors on it and it will work fine. So there's the first card. Okay. Now for the second card, I'm going to color this. But if I'm going to color it, I don't want to waste my time and my paper underneath. So I'm going to take and very carefully add, and I'm going to pull in my scrap paper that I was using, and I'm going to add some Dotto. Now this is repositionable. It's not permanent, and that's what you want if you're going to do this. You want something that's not permanent. All right, so I'm going to stick this down on here, and you want to be very careful when you do this because you've got a lot of little tiny pieces here. So keep that in mind. All right, now I have to be careful because I don't, you know what, I'm going to get another sheet. I don't want to deal with having the ink transfer. I'll use this piece. This is good. All right, so I'm going to put this down. And this time I'm using 3 colors. I'm going to use Coastal Cabana, Daffodil, and Flirty Flamingo. So I'm going to start with my Flirty Flamingo. All right, and I'm going to find my flower and I'm going to color my flower. And I'm not worried about staying inside. And you'll see why when I take this apart. So I'm going to color that one. All right, let's color this one up here with the flirty. And I think I'm going to jump around just because I'll be able to see. All right, so there's that. Now, I'm going to color some other flowers with the daffodil. And I want to make sure I don't mix I think I need to re-ink my Flirty Flamingo. Let's do this one down here. I learned something very interesting that I want to pass on to you. I was watching a YouTube video, and I don't know how she discovered it, but it makes sense. We all have, and it's more in the reds, but I have had some other colors. Some of my greens have done it, where you get these crystals on it. And when I finish this, I'll show you, so don't let me forget. All right. Let's see. Let's You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to add in my Coastal Cabana because I'm going to use my Coastal for my leaves. All right, so here's my Coastal Cabana. So I'm going to go in here and do my leaves. This is a great way to use. All right, I've got some leaves over here. I'm going to turn it because it'll be easier to do. I'm just going to hold that one flower down because I don't want it to. See how it picks up. You've got to be very careful. Anyway, she was talking about why the ink pads crystallize. I always thought it was mold, but it's crystals. I've got a white spot right there. I bet that's the glue. All right, so there's that. I'm going to come on down here. But what she was saying, and it's true, and I find myself doing it, there's some forming on here on the edges, so I have to be careful. What she says is when we stamp, we always stamp in the middle. And it's true, we do. And she says that pushes the ink to the outside, and that's what causes it to crystallize. What you need to do when you ink up a stamp, pretend this is my stamp, is you need to stamp all over it. So that way you're pushing that ink all around and it's not staying in one place. If you can see, this is much darker than this other here, and it's because I was going in the middle. So you have to retrain yourself to do it all over, and that pushes the ink. All right, now I've got some down here. See, I did it again. I'm gonna try. And if you go over, it's okay. Over top of one of the others, it's okay. It just gives you a different color. Let's go down here and add some down here. I've got some here. I'm going to go through. It's easier to see my leaves. I have to be careful. I just put my finger in it. I have a heavy hand. And when you do this, you don't want a heavy hand. Hold it back further on the handle. And that helps. You can't, no matter how much you press, it's not going to get stronger. So if you have a heavy hand, hold it more towards the back. Okay. I think I need some up here. So remember now, tap, tap, tap all over. Maybe that will prevent people from pressing down real hard. You're supposed to use a light tap, tap, tap. People have a hard time with that. So maybe by using the tap all over, that'll help. All right, I'm not going to do any more with that, but I am going to go back. All right. And I'm going to come in and do this one. And basically what you want is you want to kind of color your image, but you want to fill in that background. All right. And I'm holding it back further. Right now, let's do this one with Flirty Flamingo. So I'll come in with that. Oh, that's noisy. And I'm going to cover this. So if you have the Two Tone Flora stamp set, let me know if you have or dies, if you've ever used this cover plate die. Like I said, I have never used it. Okay, there's that. I think I'm going to come in here with some yellow. And that's what I do. I get started with colors And then I go back and add in more where I think I need it. I think I'm going to do that one yellow also because I've got a lot of the Flirty Flamingo there. All right, now I've got to go over here. I got to get this one. I'm going to do that one also. They're small. All right. And I am doing them kind of heavy. All right. And I'm getting it heavy by constantly, you know, going over it. Okay, there we go. And I can see that it's true because if I hit the edges, my ink is darker. So try that. See, this one is really light. That's a little better. All right, now I'm going to do these down here yellow. All right, now to see if I have enough on it, I can pick this up and I can see I've got spots over here that don't have enough. So I'm going to come in with my Flirty Flamingo and make it darker. I'm going to move closer to the tip or the head. Sometimes I'll notice that I have my edges darker, so I will try and go through there and use those, but I'm going to try and remember to tap all over now. Okay, let's see. All right, I need some down here. So I'm pulling it up slowly. So if I have to go back in, it'll stick back down. I'm just going to do over here. So what you're getting is the negative of this. All right, so let's see. All right, maybe a little over here. It's a little light there. I'm going to go this way with it. And I have a feeling I know I'm going to need more up here. So I'm just going to go ahead and do it. You want it dark enough that you get the pattern in the back. All right. And then I'm going to come in with this here. All right. Let's see. What do we have up here? I'm holding it in place. See, it kind of moved there on me. No, that's where the glue is. And you can take and rub it off. Okay, I think I got them all. All right, so there's my pieces. And I'm ready to make a card. So I'm getting 2 cards for the work of 1. I'm going to move this out of the way and close up my ink pad so I don't get it on here. Now, this one I am going to put on a white card base because there's a lot of color there. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move this out of the way. Make sure I don't have ink on my fingers. So I'm going to wipe them off. Right? And I'm going to now this is going to go on here, and it's again the size of my card front. It still has the repositionable tape on there. I'm not going to take it off, but what I am going to do is I'm going to go through and I'm going to add some glue around all the edges. Oh, I got it on my All right, and then I'm going to go through and I'm going to add dots in key spots to help hold some of these really fine pieces down. All right. Got to be careful I don't get, I've got glue everywhere. Goodness gracious. All right. The best way to do this is with the glue and do your one corner, your top corner, and then the side corner. And then the bottom will fall into place. And I will tell you that this is probably not dry, so I'm going to push it down with my towel so I don't get it all over. All right. Now, this is very busy, and that's fine. I have 3 ribbons I could use with this. I have the gold. Nope, it's lost. I have the black, my pin in my, I have the black glitter that's retired. Ooh, that's pretty. Should have put this down beforehand, but I didn't. So we'll work with it. And I have the black and white. I don't like the black and white. It's picking up that pink. So I think I'm going to use this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can carefully pick up and slide this underneath. And I may not be able to because it's stuck down. Yep, it's stuck down. So let me see. This is maybe too tiny for a ribbon. It is. I'll just save it for when I need to make a strip across. And I probably could add it, but this is glitter ribbon and it would be sticky. So I'm not going to. Okay. There's that. And there's that piece. I loved this glitter ribbon, but it was not fun to tie a bow with. And I think I'm just going to add my bow right about there. I know it's in the middle, but that's okay. I don't want to hide that flower. All right, here are my glue dots. Let me get another strip and fold it back. All right, here's my front. So I'm going to add one to the left of the knot and one to the right of the knot. And I'm going to put it right in there like so. Now, there's the second card. We still have this one. And this one is the full panel. But what I want to do is I want to cut it down slightly because I'm going to use it with a colored card base. So this is 4 1/4. So I'm going to go to 4 1/8. Okay. And I'm going to cut off 1/8 of an inch. And this, I'm not going to cut there because I've got a lot more there. So then I'm going to cut this down to 4. I may have to. Okay. There. And then this is to be 5 1/4. And I'm going to fudge it a little. So I'm just cutting off the upper edge, and I cut that too close. So to make it work, I'm going to cut all of them even. In fact, what I'm going to do, all right, this needs to be 5 1/4. There. And if I need to, you know, I can keep trimming. There it is. Okay. So I've trimmed it. So this side is still off. Well, I'm going to have to, might have to hit that one with my scissors. All right. So there we have this trim down. Let me get my scissors and fix this piece up here. All right. Now, I have 3 card bases, and I have to decide which color to use. I will put the ribbon on first, but there's the yellow or the daffodil. It's all right. Here's the Coastal Cabana. Oh, that one's not bad. And here's the Flirty Flamingo. So I think I like the Coastal Cabana the best. All right, so that's the one I'm going with. And now I have to decide. I think I'm going to use the black and white checked ribbon on this one. And I'm going to go across the bottom with this. So let me get my double-sided tape, which I don't know where I threw the roll. I'm getting to the end of this one. And I need to pull out a new one. All right, now, this is the end. All right, so there's that. And I need my pokey tool. So when you watch this, leave me a comment. And if you're watching now, you can leave me a comment and let me know which card that I did is your favorite. Now I'm going to put tear and tape all the way around this one also, only because I've added a lot of ink. I want to make sure that I have good stick. I can't tell how many are watching. I know Joy was because, let me see. Nope, it doesn't tell me. I don't like it when it does that. I can't tell how many are watching. The other way I could tell, but I didn't like scheduling it. It was temperamental. This way I just go live straight in. So maybe I need to look at my page rather than the YouTube, the Zoom one. All right. Okay. And I said I was going to put this on Flirty Flamingo. So let me get this back. And here we go. Almost. All right. So as you can see, this die gave us 3 cards: pattern paper, ink, and make sure you put a piece behind it that you can ink up, and you get 2 for 1. And I love it when you get 2 cards for 1. And it's perfect for creating 2 cards that look entirely different. All right, I'm gonna trim my ends at an angle because if not, they'll fray out. And I need my glue dots again. All right, I've got one here, so I'm gonna grab this one and put it on there. And I think I'll just go down here to this one that I missed. And I'm gonna add that to my card. Now, since I use black on both of these, you could very easily put black gems on it. This is sparkly, so you could use the matte gems. My favorite, and let's see where they are. My favorite are these adhesive back sparkle gems. This is all I have left from my package. So I'm waiting to use it until some more come in because I've got a project I'm working on that I have to have it for. And so I can't use it on anything else, but when it comes in, I can add those here. Some blue ones on this would look nice. In fact, I have the Holiday Rhinestone Basic Jewels that retired quite a while ago. Let's add some of those. Let's try my take your pick tool on these. Yeah. So I can add like one there. You just have to be careful because if it's not stuck down, it's going to stick up. Let me put another one there. And I'll put 3 over here. You don't want to hide too much of it. So there it is with some navy gems to it. And this one has, I'm not certain. I know that's red. I'm not certain about that. I'm using them because I got them. I had it marked at one time, but I don't know. It's probably on one of my other cards that I have because I have like 2 or 3 of these that I had used. So there's our idea for today. Like I said, I'll add some sparkly gems to these when I get them in. And I hope you enjoyed today's idea. I'm going to get ready and remove that spotlight and spotlight my face. And then I'll get this out of my face. And like I said, when you watch, tell me which one was your favorite. The blue, the black sparkly bow, or the black and white check bow. So 3 different ideas from one cover plate. So pull out your cover plates, look at them and see if there's something a little different you can do with them and see, just start playing. I mean, it's just paper. If you don't like it, flip it over. You know, it's one of those things. All right, guys, I'm going to get ready and go. I have a bunch of things I have to get done this afternoon. I will be creating like a fiend. I hope wherever you are, you have a good day, that the weather is good. You can get outside. We're supposed to have a chance of thunderstorms, so we'll see. But that's typical for us at this time of year. I will be back next Wednesday with another YouTube Live. And if you're free on Saturday, head over to Facebook, to my Facebook page. I will be doing a Facebook Live there. Have a great day, guys. Bye.